This time on Low Boost, we upgrade the rear end on our 1966 Ford Mustang. As you guys can tell from that god-awful brake test, this thing is in definite need of a brake upgrade, especially if we're going to be stopping from more than just 50 miles an hour. These old Mustangs didn't come with ABS or power brakes or anything like that. This has no power brakes, no ABS, so it is really hard to push the pedal down, so we definitely got to make an upgrade. Also, getting bigger wheels and tires too are going to help with the contact patch on the ground. So I was able to get some wheels and tires off of a 2005 Mustang GT. I've seen other people put them on their 66 Mustangs. They just require a 1-inch spacer on the front and on the back to make sure everything fits just right. So, if you guys aren't familiar with 1964 to 66 Mustangs, and even maybe some of the later ones, the 6-cylinder varieties had some weaker parts, weaker spindles, not as good brakes, and among other things like the rear end, the transmission. So a lot of those things we are going to have to upgrade on this. Now, it would have been easier to get a V8 Mustang and just take it from there, but we got such a good deal on this thing and it's in pretty decent shape, so we're just going to send it and upgrade with all the parts. So if you guys are in the same situation, you might be able to do the same thing too. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button to follow along. If you haven't been following along, I got a 351 Windsor for this thing for basically free that we sent out to have refreshed and get all redone. I'm gonna swap it into this 1966 Mustang. So if you aren't up to date on it, consider subscribing and catch up on everything. Also, I have a full build series on my 1994 BMW E36 Turbo LS swap. A bunch of other cars that we're doing on the channel, so if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. In addition to the front, we also got to do the rears, because obviously 6-cylinder Mustangs only have 4-bolt, and we want 6-bolt or 5-bolt lug pattern to fit our new wheels on. And these differentials are not strong enough to handle the power, so undid 4 bolts here for the drive shaft, took the drive shaft out, then shocks. These brackets that were here, I ended up just cutting them off because they were rusted on pretty good. We'll have to get new ones. And then this should lift up and slide out. I didn't have my tripod at the time, so I really wasn't able to get us getting the differential out on camera because it really takes 2 people to do it. But you actually, once everything is unbolted, you actually can just lift the differential up over the leaf springs and out of the side of the car. You're definitely gonna want 2 people to do this because it is quite heavy. Now, fortunately, we got some friends to help us along the way with this project. My cousin Alan actually has a 1966 V8 rear end that we're gonna be able to put right into this thing. So big thanks to my cousin Alan Woodruff. The old shocks out of the back, and as you can tell, they ain't in good shape. So I got these from Rock Auto, Gas-A-Just shocks. I'll put a link to them in the description below. We're gonna put them in the front and in the rear, but right now, these are the rear ones. Let's throw them in. Put on the new cylinder, shock. This is the V8 axle from a 66. Everything should bolt right on. And then we gotta put the buckle on next, or whatever that thing is called. In case anybody was wondering, the 6-cylinder drive shaft from the C4 will directly bolt up to the 8-cylinder axle. No problems. We got a 1-inch spacer. See if it all clears. So that wraps up the rear end swap for the thrift horse. Make sure you guys stay up to date on all the uploads because I'm gonna be doing a lot on this Mustang. We're trying to get it off the lift to get some other projects on there. The next thing we're gonna do is the whole front disc brake swap, and I'm gonna try to be as in detail as I can, and I got them from discbrakeswap.com. So it's a really cool upgrade. It wasn't that expensive, and hopefully it'll be beneficial for you guys if you're looking to do this to your Mustang. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.